We all know the names of the richest people in the world, don't we? Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and so on. But what if we told you that there are some people out there who are even richer than them, and yet they're not on the Forbes list? That's right. There are individuals who have so much wealth that it's impossible to measure. They keep their riches private, hidden away from public scrutiny. They're the ones who control the world from behind the scenes. Their yachts are bigger, their mansions are grander, and their influence is more significant than anyone we've ever heard of. They're the ultimate power players, the ones who shape the destiny of nations. Welcome to Wayy In, and today we're going to talk about 5 richest people in the world that you won't find on the Forbes list. Number 5, Kim Jong-Un, net worth $5 billion. Kim Jong-Un is the current supreme leader of North Korea and is widely believed to be one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, despite not being officially recognized by Forbes. Much of his wealth is believed to have been inherited from his father and grandfather, who were also leaders of North Korea, and to come from state funds that he controls as the leader of the country. North Korea is a highly secretive country, and it is difficult to accurately estimate the personal wealth of its leaders. However, reports from defectors and analysts suggest that Kim Jong-un has access to significant state funds that he can use for personal enrichment. Kim Jong-un's family has also been linked to various businesses and industries, including arms dealing and drug trafficking, which could contribute to his personal wealth. Additionally, there are rumors that he has stashed away large sums of money in offshore accounts, possibly in China or Switzerland. His assets include a central luxury mansion, also known as Residence Number 55, a presidential palace in North Korea, which has banquet halls at the lakefront, an Olympic-sized swimming pool with a giant water slide, a running track and athletic field, a spa and a sauna, a shooting range, and a horse racing track. He also has a private island and 17 other palaces. In addition, Kim Jong-un has a large collection of luxury cars, a private jet, and a custom-made 200-foot yacht. His net worth is estimated to be around $5 billion. Number 4, Semion Mogilevich, net worth $10 billion. Semion Mogilevich is a famous Russian criminal, described by the FBI as the boss of all bosses of the Russian mafia. He is arguably the richest criminal in the world. Although not much is known about his assets, his net worth can be estimated by his past crimes. In 1994, Mogilevich took control over Bank, one of the largest banks in 90s Russia, owned by a billionaire Vladimir Vinogradov, and until 1998 was involved in a $10 billion money laundering scheme through the Bank of New York. Mogilevich was also involved in one of the greatest tax fraud scandals that broke around 1991, where untaxed heating oil was sold as highly taxed car fuel. In the Czech Republic alone, the scheme produced a loss of $5 billion to the taxpayers. His other crimes include participating in a scheme that defrauded thousands of investors out of more than $1 billion on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Semion Mogilevich is also in a good relationship with the Russian President Vladimir Putin and has ties with Donald Trump. He is currently on the FBI's most wanted list, but lives freely in Moscow, Russia, and controls Rosukrenergo, a Swiss-registered venture company that transports natural gas and is also a partner of Raiffeisen Bank. His net worth is estimated to be around $10 billion. Number 3, Hassanal Bolkiah, net worth $28 billion. Hassanal Bolkiah is the current Sultan of Brunei, a small country located in Southeast Asia. Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah's vast wealth is largely attributed to Brunei's rich oil and gas reserves, which account for a significant portion of the country's economy. As the absolute monarch of Brunei, he exercises a significant degree of control over the country's economic and political affairs, including its oil and gas industry. The Sultan is also the head of state, the head of government, and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, giving him immense power and influence in the country. Hassanal Bolkiah owns numerous properties around the world, including hotels, resorts, and palaces. One of his most notable properties is the Dorchester Hotel in London, which he purchased in 1985 for $50 million. He also owns the Beverly Hills Hotel in Los Angeles and the Hotel Bel Air. In addition, he is the owner of a variety of companies, including Brunei Shell Petroleum, which is a joint venture between the government of Brunei and Shell. This company alone generates billions of dollars in revenue each year. Hassanal Bolkiah is known for his luxurious lifestyle. He resides in the Istana Nurul Iman, which is the largest residential palace in the world. It has 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, and a 110-car garage. The palace also has a mosque that can accommodate 1,500 people. It is estimated that the palace is worth around $350 million. Moreover, Hassanal Bolkiah has one of the most extensive car collections in the world, with over 7,000 cars, including some of the rarest and most expensive cars on the planet. He has a custom-made Rolls-Royce that is coated in 24-karat gold and a car made entirely out of gold. He also has a collection of over 500 Ferraris, including a Ferrari 456 GT sedan. Hassanal Bolkiah's lifestyle is also reflected in his fashion choices. He has a vast collection of over 200 bespoke suits, including some from top fashion designers like Gucci and Versace. His wardrobe is said to be worth over $1 billion. Furthermore, Hassanal Bolkiah owns a Boeing 747-400, which is estimated to cost around $400 million. The jet has an onboard gym, a conference room, and a prayer room. His net worth is estimated to be around $28 billion. Number 2, Alexander Lukashenko, net worth $30 billion. Alexander Lukashenko is the president of Belarus, a landlocked country in Eastern Europe. He is the first and only president of Belarus, serving the country for almost 29 years since 1994, and during his tenure, he has accumulated a considerable amount of assets. There have been accusations about Lukashenko's wealth dating back to 2006, about billions of dollars hidden in bank accounts in Dubai and Switzerland. Alexander Lukashenko has denied being extremely wealthy and insists that he is a modest public servant with a modest net worth. A close friend of Vladimir Putin, Alexander Lukashenko was trying to hide his wealth for years, but was exposed by Nexta about his personal palace that is worth around $250 million. In 2017, he was spotted by Sharshuni locals on the construction site of his residence. Soon later, documents of the palace were leaked that mentioned president in them. Another fact is that in Belarus, it is prohibited to have a private helipad in your villa, and only the president is allowed to have it. When the satellite images of his palace were taken, one could clearly see 2 helicopter landing areas, further indicating that the $250 million palace is his, even though he kept denying it. In addition to the $250 million residence, Lukashenko also owns 17 other extremely luxurious mansions, a number of private planes, and a large collection of private cars that include Rolls-Royces and Maybachs. His net worth is estimated to be around $30 billion. Number 1, Vladimir Putin, net worth $285 billion. Vladimir Putin doesn't need an introduction, a former KGB officer that became the president of Russia. Officially, Putin only owns an 800-square-foot apartment in St. Petersburg, as well as 3 Soviet-era cars. Unofficially, he is the world's richest man alive. It is believed that Putin accumulated most of his wealth in 2003, shortly after jailing Russian billionaires, and at that time, the country's richest man, Mikhail Khodorkovsky. Despite his reported annual income of only $140,000, Vladimir Putin has been spotted wearing numerous luxury watches, valued altogether at around $700,000. He also has an ownership of stakes in a number of Russian companies. Putin has 20 villas and palaces, $100 million mega yacht, 43 planes, 700 cars, 15 helicopters, and a luxury jet. Furthermore, he owns a $716 million plane also known as the Flying Kremlin that has a solid gold toilet and features a fully equipped gym and a king-sized bed. But his most impressive asset is by far the 190,000-square-foot Black Sea Mansion, better known as Putin's Palace. It is an Italianate-style complex located on the Black Sea coast near Gelendzhik in Krasnodar Krai, Russia. It was designed by Italian architect Lanfranco Cirillo and cost $1.4 billion to construct. The estate is equipped with a marble swimming pool, a wine cellar, a theater, a strip club, a state-of-the-art ice hockey rink, and a casino, among other amenities. On top of that, it costs $2 million annually just to maintain the landscaping of the property by a 40-person staff. According to Forbes, Putin also has gold reserves of almost $152 billion and is kept hidden in tightly secure and discreet locations. Garry Kasparov, a Russian chess grandmaster and a political activist, once said, "Putin controls enough money, probably more than any other individual in the history of human race." Even Elon Musk, who is officially the richest man in the world as reported by Forbes, said during an interview with Business Insider that Vladimir Putin deserves the richest man title. And when asked about his net worth, he replied, "I do think that Putin is significantly richer than me." And that's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you know of any other billionaires who are not on the Forbes list, let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.